Hi guys, it's Andy from NismoTechUK. Today we're going to be doing an unboxing and review for the guys over at Inateck. This is the FD1006C, which is basically a lay flat docking station. So slightly different from the normal ones that we've looked at from Inateck. USB3 to SATA 6 gigabit per second, but also features the UASP, which is the USB attached SCSI protocol function. I did do a video on this, the FD1005 from Inateck. I'll leave a link down in the description or have a look on the website for that, and it'll show you the different speed comparisons between using a docking station that has this function compared to one that doesn't, so you can see the difference. So USB3 Dustproof, 2.5, 3.5 inch hard drive or SSDs with SATA connection, and it can handle up to 4 terabyte drives. Pretty simple, basic packaging. Just tells you about the package content. Again, it mentions here, so USB attached SCSI protocol, support for even faster performance, but it does require UASP compatible, I think that's meant to be, host system. Enhanced radiating design, ergonomic design, easier operation, and various other different bits and pieces. Also mentions about the power, the compatibility, etc. So let's now get this out and have a look and see what we get on the inside. You can actually see the device here. Just looks like a plastic box, but we'll take a look at that in a bit more detail in a moment. So on the inside you have got your external power supply. Obviously, depending on what country you buy this in will depend on what plug you actually get. And you also get a USB3 connector. Not quite sure as to what that is. Some kind of sticky pad possibly, not too sure. So pop that down to one side. So this is the FD1006C. Is actually all plastic construction, extremely lightweight, and we've got the Inateck logo up the top here. You'll see that there are a couple of marks on there. It has actually got a plastic cover over the top that I'm not going to actually remove. There are what looks to be a couple of LED indicators that we'll take a look at there once we power this unit up. On this side we have got your power on and off, your power connector, and also your USB connector there. But apart from that, a little bit of ventilation down at the bottom, serial number information, etc. So to open it, it says to pull. So we're gonna, if I can get it to do it, might be able to easily do it this way. We pull it. It's that simple. So as you can see, this is a plasticky construction on the actual top, and then on the inside you can see also we've got the SATA data and power connector down at the bottom, and hopefully you'll be able to see through that. There's nowhere to actually screw anything down. Not quite sure how I feel about that right now. So what we're going to do, we're going to go and power this up, stick a couple of drives in it, and see what it actually does. Okay, so I've had to change the camera angle just so that I can get this thing connected up. So I'm just going to go and plug the USB connector in. As you can see, we've got a green light that's come on down there. That means that it's obviously connected onto the actual system and is able to transfer data to and from. So the first thing that we're going to use is a bulk standard SATA hard drive, and essentially just stick it into place, slide it in till it clicks, and away we go. Switch the power on, then got a blue LED coming on there, and it started to become detected within Windows, so hopefully you can see in the background there. One thing that I sort of noticed sort of putting this back on, if I can get it to slide back on, bear with me, there we go. So that's more or less what it could look like on your desk. That easy to actually attach a hard drive. The little foam pads, I can imagine that with these you'd actually cut them up and stick them in the four corners, because obviously the vibration when using a mechanical drive coming through this device is quite high actually, to be fair. So for me using this, I would cut these up and stick them around the bottom of the actual device. But essentially that's what it will look like. It is quite simple, quite a simple little device. You push it down a little bit when you're pulling it backwards, like so. I would obviously switch it off before swapping a drive out of the actual unit. And one thing that I will say as well, when using a mechanical hard drive, if you've got one that's got ridges around the sides, perfect. You can just obviously use your fingers, but some of the drives, Western Digital drives for example, I find it a bit difficult to actually get out. So I'm not quite 100% too sure whether I actually like the design or not. Pushing it in is very, very simple, but trying to get the drive back out can actually be a little bit tricky, and that's exactly the same when it comes to an SSD. Sticking the SSD in, very, very easy, very simple. Switch it on, put your cover on, like so. Job done. You can then obviously access the files with the actual SSD, etc. Not quite sure as to why, but SSDs take a little bit longer to actually show on the computer. I don't know quite why that is. What I'll do as well, while we're waiting for this to actually load, you can see the activity light going away there. In fact, it's actually just come up. I will bring up the screenshots, well, not quite screenshots, views of my monitor when I actually did the speed test, and it essentially improves the actual read speed of the actual SSD performance when connecting to a device that has got the USB attached SCSI protocol. Now, removing this is where probably my biggest bugbear is, removing this SSD from here. How the hell do you get that out? Again, depending on the SSD, you might have one that hasn't got a shiny surface, but it's really quite difficult to actually get it out. I found myself having to lift my fingers underneath it and pull it, which I think that if you are going to use this on a very, very regular basis, swapping drives in and out, it might actually do a little bit of damage there. So I would probably recommend one of the other hubs that you stick the drives down into, but if you're not going to be swapping on as regularly, and you want something to lay down flat, which I personally am looking for, just purely for mechanical hard drive use, it is actually really, really cool. So overall, the unit itself is obviously made out of plastic. It's quite strong, quite durable. The performance from it I already know is very, very good using the UASP protocol. The design of it is okay, not fantastic. As I said, getting hard drives in and out is a little bit tricky. Getting SSDs out is a right pain, but apart from that, it does exactly what it needs to do. So if you're in the market for something that isn't going to be, or a docking station that you're not going to be swapping out literally every 5 minutes, then I would look at an alternative option. But if you are looking for one that is basically going to be swapped out every now and again, then this is a really, really good choice for you. So we hope you like the unboxing and sort of review overview of the Inateck FD1006C, and we'll look forward to seeing you in our next video. Thanks for watching our video, and we do hope you enjoyed it. Please do leave a comment down below and hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe to us on YouTube, and also visit our website NismoTech.com, where you'll find all the products we've done videos for, as well as our current giveaways and the latest tech news and press releases. We hope to see you again soon.